area at the outer rim of the shooting circle, and in the last 5 minutes of each quarter, if a shooter shoots a long ball, that is worth 2 points. And what that does is it allows teams to stay in the game for longer. So what happened in the final was that London Pulse sort of went ahead in that first quarter, but then the Lightning used the super shot really, really well and forced their way back into the game. There are no draws now either, so we play to a result, which again, for a commentator, you've got to keep your eyes on all the time. It's been into extra time a number of times, which is just brilliant for fans. You know, you're sort of right in it until the very end. There's rolling substitutions, so things are happening quite quickly, but I think two of the biggest changes are having these arena games, so you know, giving the space to the fans and saying this is a spectacle to come and watch, come and be part of this. And then every single game this season as well has been broadcast, and that's so different if you're a fan of a club, because you can follow the story of the season and you become invested in your club and in your players. So for me, that has been a huge and very important change.
It is the BBC's Women's Summer of Sport. The campaign is looking at names that will be made, and it's hoping to put a spotlight on female athletes. Were there any names made last night?
Oh, absolutely. There are names that, believe you me, are going to become household names in this sport. And I think probably the biggest one, the player of the match yesterday, is a player called Fumi Fadoji. Now, she is a goal defence, but what she does on the court, you know, there are certain moves that I have never seen before. She's so athletic. She has an athletics background, and she's sort of flying all over the place, putting in these interceptions, taking these balls that are, you know, pretty much unreadable. And it's just special to watch. She's a special player. So Fumi Fadoju is one. I love watching Alicia Scholes, who is the daughter of Paul Scholes. She plays wing attack for London Pulse, and she is so fast, she's so dynamic, getting that ball through to the shooting circle. And also I mentioned to Loughborough Lightning, you know, they've got some more experienced players, but the likes of Nat Panagari and Beth Cobden, they've played World Cups. Beth Cobden had a gold medal from the Commonwealth Games back in 2018. So, you know, this sport is on the rise. These women are on the rise, and they are sensational to watch.
Lindsay Chapman, thank you for keeping up the energy for us. If you'd like to see the highlights reel of that game, it's over at BBC Sports Online. You can catch up with all of the latest there. More messages coming in on the ways in which you've come about a strong friendship, the unusual context that have led to a beautiful friendship. This message says, since I was teaching in Uganda in the early 1970s, I've been close friends with Deborah, whose family welcomed me into their home and circle when the British teachers left because of Idi Amin's actions. I remained and been friends with his lovely family ever since. Our personal histories are so different, as Deborah is a subsistence farmer and then grew up with opportunities in England, but the differences didn't and don't matter, and we are firm friends instead. And writes, I met my friend Carol in hospital when we were both having our mastectomies. Bear with me, it's just dropped down, there we go. By chance, we discovered that we lived only a few miles from one another. In the following 22 years, until she died, we supported each other through ups and downs because we've shared the same challenges. A profound experience. I miss her very much. Thank you for your message, Anne. That is it from today's Women's Hour. There's plenty more tomorrow.